Hello, hello, this is Mandarin Gaming. Thank you for joining me on my journey on the Groundbreaker. This is called Groundbreaker, right? I'm very bad with names. So, actually, my next quest that I wanted to pursue was introduce Parvati to Junlei Tenny's son, but I changed my mind. I want to talk to Jesse. I want to pursue this quest first. So where is it located? It's located somewhere in the hospital. This is the hospital. No, this is not hospital. I like your style, Martin Callahan. This is hospital. So let's try and see Jessie. She's in the restricted area. And I need to be very careful.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
Parvati, relax. Everything will be okay, just fine.
For the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Oops. Ellie sent me?
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
She's worried about you a lot.
Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Oh, is it okay that I'm coming in here? This is Jessie? What's with your hat?
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Don't they diagnose anyone at all? They just believe what you say? Nice. Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
If I could square things for myself, that would be nice too. What did you do that you got in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Denizen. Yet you think the board had someone follow you and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
Okay, I think that not Ellie will join me, but Jessie will join me. So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm.
Oops.
Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
I'll talk to Udom for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
It would be nice if they both joined me. If for once you kept your real faces, or at least someone close to them. Because last time I was scared. Okay, I don't think that I have enough this purple thing to move around and check everything that I can. But let me check this door. I hope that's there's something useful in there. Well, there is, but I don't want to steal from the hospital, so it was meaningless. This is another sick patient room. This is the exit. Okay, and next is Parvati's quest. Junlei Tennyson. Oh, wow. Man, this is beautiful. What are public terminals for? Recent users Callahan signed in, Everson logged out, Oyama logged out. Access user Callahan. I can access user Callahan? How? And why? Interesting, okay. Welcome, Mr. Halka. Not Mr. What's the name of Callahan? I think that I met him. That was that man with the ball on his head. Okay. From SC Manager 541, the hat. You made your space's choice when you signed the employment contract, okay? I keep telling you, the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn the thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man. But there won't be anything left of me to care. Martin. Yeah, so there's that man with that ball instead of his head. I feel bad actually reading his personal emails to his mom. Hope you're doing well, mom. Thought I'd check in. Engineers visit the shop a bunch. I remember when I used to run a range back home on Terra 2. Lilia Hagen over in Sublight told me that I could always pursue a career in salvage if this thing doesn't work out. I think the general consensus that you should avoid Lilia Hagen and Sublight. Please give Dad and others a hug from me. Mom, it's really great that we can stay in touch like this. Little reminders of home are more important than ever. Enjoy the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent. You can get ones just like them at home, but I figured you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. Are you okay, honey? I don't think he's okay. Public notices. The hit. Groundbreaker's public access terminal. I know it's bad. As the one whose office is closest to the radiators, you can imagine why I want to take 3 showers every day. I hear you. You've got eyes on the problem and hands and tools. It's a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. In the meantime, enjoy some additional water rations and take breaks. You deserve them. If you're thirsty for cooler air, talk to your closest engineer about spots with favorable circulation. Wow, that's bad. Seeking contractor Sublight salvage. I was just talking about avoiding her. Seeking ethically flexible spacer with Stella Bay landing clearance. Payment in exchange for return for legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants, prior convictions, no questions asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. Plausible deniably is the Sublight way. See Lilia Hagen for details. Was it Hagen? Warehouse next to the spread-worst joint second floor. Loitering on board property is strictly prohibited. The Halcyon Holdings corporate office and its environs are for conducting official board business only. Anyone found misusing board property will be fined accordingly. Board property includes, but is not limited to, Halcyon Holdings office here on Groundbreaker, the space directly in front of my desk, the space directly behind my desk, my doorway, my berth, and most importantly, my stairs. Thank you for your cooperation. Udom Bedford Certified Liaison. Please note that the next spacer caught drinking on the stairs outside the embassy may find themselves on the rude side of an airlock. This is the 3rd time I've had to post this message, and I'm sick and tired of it. I will not hesitate to open a board-sanctioned investigation into your behavior, and when you are caught, punish you accordingly, Felix Millstone. I love all this and the backstories. Is this terminal the same or is it different? Hack 2 messages admin access. I can do that, right? I can and I could and I did. Okay, from Junlei Tennyson to engineers all. Anyone seen Private Taylor? Haven't seen him in days. And where are we on that toilet clog? If Chief Gwyn taught me anything, it's that a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You take away a crew's plumbing, you take away their privacy and dignity. So let's get that toilet fixed. To Wildcat Group. From Buckhannon Kitty. Subject Groundbreaker meetup. Even though it's been high on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-ranged haulers, some of us have gone corporate, some of us are likely dead, and some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message, but I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last initiative, to my last invite. I hope that means your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. And 2 conveyance rights from Iceman. Hi all. So I just got off ice from a round trip to Dashkova. 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we thawed and Groundbreaker comms told us our docking was gonna be delayed. 1 hour turned into 5. Then days went by. In the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for a berth on the slow-fucked bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels all that time, not a one of us get paid. I don't know about you, but I got expenses, a family I don't see often enough, that you wouldn't fucking believe, and even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my payments. Does that seem proper to you? Don't we conveyors have rights? We should do something about this. If you agree, leave a message here and I'll respond when I get back from Gansan in 3 years. Can I actually leave messages here? Public notices. These public notices are different, so regarding the food situation. To those of you who have raised concerns about the quality of Groundbreaker's victuals, yes, I'm aware the promenade stinks. Allow me to put the matter to rest. Our ancestors didn't rise from humble beginnings on a diet of spreadwurst and wurst. But that's the reality of life up here. If you can salt it, can it, or zip it up in a pouch, then we're not picky about calling it food. Spacers make do with what they have. And what we have is smelly meat, lots of salt, and 11 kinds of mustard, last time I counted. Try and enjoy it. Ship impounded. This is a general joke. Why am I seeing things? This is a general notice about our impound policies. If the board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. The embassy is the gaudy building opposite Sublight's warehouse. Send them your questions, outstanding fees, and hate mail, especially hate mail. A Groundbreaker impounded you, pay your damn fees, and don't bother my people. JT. Who's JT? Oh, Junlei Tennyson. I like her. Looking for work. Urgently looking for a new crew to sign on with. I've been stuck in Halcyon for almost a year now. Don't know what's holding up my next posting. Never had to wait this long to get on another freighter. I'd planned to take one of the rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find any, and even the shorter skips to the inner worlds seem rarer than the outer world routes these days. If anyone has any information about upcoming work, please post it here, down on my luck. Hey, so here's my story. My ship limped into Groundbreaker in a rough state. We couldn't make the repair fees, the docking fees, refueling, or the fees for not being able to pay our fees, so I'm kind of stuck here. Then they took my ship and sold it off as scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell and corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bank to spare and places to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for listening. What's with my voice? I think that I'm too empathetic. This notice has been posted 56 times in 632 days. Sit. Oh, so this is the...
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udom fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
So these are the stairs. I will go up them, but a bit later. I want to meet Junlei.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Yeah, this is my man. And this is... what's this? Oh, this is engineering. Okay, I discovered Auntie's kitchen. Auntie's kitchen. Do you have a name? No, you do not. Greasy? Oh, this is cute. Okay, what do we have? Groundbreaker promenade discovered. Wait, what's this? Can I go up there? Transition to back base. Oh. I thought this was it, but it's kind of bigger than I thought it was. So, Junlei is there. Okay? What's this? This is, Ike's armory. Hi, Ike. I will talk to you soon. And this is Spreadwurst.
Fucking pirates, right? How you planning to spend your night off? Some lonely young Mardette with starships in their eyes?
He and I get in some quality time with Vera's stock.
Let me know when you're heading out. We'll get drinks the night before.
That was a boring conversation. So this is Sublight. Okay, so let's go talk to Junlei. I wonder if correctly, if I pronounced their name correctly, Junlei. Not there. I think that was a she. It is really hot here. Oh my god.
This is Halcyon News.
XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Do you all guys have names? Oh, you do, Edna Inkmeyer. I will talk to you later. So this is Junlei. We have a couple of nameless engineers, maybe not a couple, but just one, and a workbench, and Songjang. Okay, I'm not going to steal anything.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Oh, Parvati, you're disappointed. I'm sorry. Hello, Junlei.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Nafanya, nice place you've got here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardets, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I hope so too. I'll do whatever I can. I'll do whatever I can to help you keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Once I get out of Impound, I'm bound for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Thank you. Parvati, you wanted to talk to Junlei. Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
They're going to be friends. Nudge Parvati to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Okay, I know that in this game she is called Parvati, but I've heard that this name is Parvati, so I'm confused as to how to say this name. Parvati, don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
That's so adorable. Whisper, nice job, Parvati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
It seems kinda warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Is there no room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Kinda, but the board will be cooked alive as well. Don't want to be cooked alive? How do the heat radiators work?
A simple question with a complicated answer. One that I unfortunately don't have time to give, not with our situation being so dire.
I could explain that for you later, Captain. I mean, the general principle. Not like these particular radiators.
You're smart to keep an engineer on staff, Captain. In my experience, all the good techs steer clear of freelance work.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
That's where I was going to go anyway, so all fits greatly. How do you know that the parts are still there?
I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts should be there. I trust them.
Interesting, but there is a catch, right?
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
What's miscreant? I don't have my phone near me. Okay, well, I will see them, I guess. Okay, I'll get you those parts from the back base.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
I'm not done yet.
This whole deck smells like ass. Only gonna get worse if I don't get those radiators fixed.
What's it like being a commander on here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Can I help you in any way? Parvati here could always help you shoulder the burden.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
This ship is a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gang, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Condolences, Junlei. I'm sure those were some big shoes to fill.
Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Where is the self-destruct mechanism? What is this about? I don't remember what this is. Should I ask these questions?
I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do.
Sorry.
I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe.
Okay, back to my other questions.
You've got my attention.
You don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
How do you keep the board at the safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
Maybe you will. Back to my other questions that I do not
You've got
have.
my attention.
So, we'll be on our way. Bye. Okay, what's next?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisements.
So we had Edna Ingmar here. Let's talk to her.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate. Junlei better hurry up with those damn repairs already.
Could have helped her instead of just studying here. And what are you doing there? Well, maybe you're working, I don't know. Sorry. You are nameless? I mean, even this Edna was with a name, but we didn't have any dialogue, so... Hi, Song Jang. Is that, back bay? This door probably will get opened from the other side in time.
You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander until we get those radiators fixed.
So what should be my next step? I need to talk to Udom, I think. I don't know if I want to take this job, because it's about ethically flexible space, but I wouldn't say that I'm too much ethically flexible. I don't know. And also you accept contracts first and then you get the details, and I don't like that either. Solution, find Captain Irion on Sela, view the distress signal recording on your ship. What this is about? Oh, Gladys has given you a copy of a distress signal from Terra 2. Okay. Weapons from the Void. Okay, well, I think that I will need to talk to Udom. Scared me.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Hello, friend.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Your face really doesn't show those emotions that you're talking with. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
I think Udom was in love. Yeah, let's lie. He sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
I do not want to tell you. Should I lie again, or should I tell him that he died in an escape pod accident? Should I tell him the truth? Died in an escape pod accident. No, I should lie. I want to lie. He was eaten alive by feral... No, I don't like it that either. He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Clever. Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
I wonder. What should I do here? Like, I definitely don't want to tell him where Phineas is or anything at all about Phineas. Why is the board so interested in Wells anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Sorry, Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
I'll pay it off for her? How much? Persuade 20, she's worth more alive than dead. Put her under an in-danger contract. Well, I don't want to pay for her. But I don't want to make her a slave. I'll pay it off for her.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill.
Show me, please. Bribe. A total of 2,363 bits. I'll cover that. You're charging that much for emotional anguish, really? Can I actually see the sum we're talking about? Let's bribe.
I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You
No
may
way.
inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled.
Really?
Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I wanted to ask you something else.
Be my guest.
Does it seem hot in here to you?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She's doing everything she can. It's your people's fault it's not fixed, not Junlei's.
My, aren't you, excitable?
Don't talk to her that way.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference.
Persuade 25. Take it back. No.
I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Does that work for you, Parvati?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
What do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
You're such a creep. Big fish in a small space station. Nice setup.
I have few complaints.
I bet. Well, what are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Can I lockpick them? Does the chairman visit here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Can you get me to Stella Bay?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So, no.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Why are there armed guards in here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
Intelligence to watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
One more thing?
Please, go ahead.
What else do I have? Nothing.
Ask away.
I'm not going to tell you where Phineas Wallace is. I am leveled up. Okay, I wanted to use a bit of leadership. Like so. I don't know how it will affect anything at all, but it's actually showing how it will affect me. Companion abilities. You can order companions to do special attacks. The inhaler heals you and your companions, but they get 30% of the healing effect. Okay, so that's a useful thing. It's a shame that I didn't look into it earlier. Okay, 1 to tech, 1 to stealth, 1 to dialogue, 1 to defense, 1 to ranged, and 1 to melee. Let's apply it all. Yes. Want to clear your nose, friends, make everything better. Companion abilities. You can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you are targeting. C. Companion 1 ability, V. Companion 2 ability. What are their abilities? How do I see their abilities? I see only perks. Behaviors, distance, weapon, mood, skills, ability overload. Parvati, ability overload. Parvati slams down her hammer, creating a blast wave that shocks enemies and stuns auto-mechanicals. Does she have a hammer? Like that? Oh yes, she does. Impact hammer. Okay. Vika Marks. What are your abilities? Trick shot. Max examines and evaluates his target and spiritually enlightens them with a blast from his shotgun. Oh my god. Nice. Okay. Okay, so that's done too. What should I do next? I think that the first thing that I want to do is to go to back base. And I don't think that I will go up. I think that I will go down. Transition to back base. Let's do it. Captain Macred. Okay, I remember Captain Macred. So he's like a bad guy, and I will be killing him.
Who the? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above.
Here we go!
Okay, I don't think that was a good idea. I think that I need to find a way to pretend being these bad guys. I'm not sure, because it's too many of them. I'm not sure that I will be able to...
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
I wish I could just talk to him, to be honest. There's too many of them. I'm not sure how I can do that, but I just can this all be dealt like peacefully. Like he's not even like red right now. Hi, can I talk to you? Hi, Captain Macred. Can I talk to you? I mean, can you not see me? I don't know what's going on here. There's no way that you cannot see me. I'm not invisible. Those guys are not invisible either. Oh, so you can see me, but... okay, let me see how many people do you have. A lot, I don't know. There is a lot of you guys, and I don't want to fight actually. I just wanted to try to do everything peacefully. But I don't think it will work. That was awesome! Oh, sorry, Vicar. Somebody moved their bodies. No, but I like how she did that. It was awesome. So I think that I will try it again.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
I didn't even watch my my health. Well, unfortunately, I think that I will have to kill them.
I'll take your confession now.
What should I do? Oh my god, I did it. Whew. Space's choice found a flaw in you. Flaw tutorial. During your adventures, things may happen to your character that can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. Space's choice, okay, physical damage weakness. Taking too much physical damage has made you soft and vulnerable to more physical damage. I don't want this. So I think that we are more or less good here. It wasn't my best fight, but I did what I could. Macred's lighter. A Space's choice lighter engraved with the name Sanita. The lighter is proof that you have dealt with Captain Gunnar Macred and can claim his bounty from Commander Sanita of Groundbreaker's Smarted Security Forces. Awesome. I wasn't planning to do that, but I mean, I will not refuse extra money.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. We'll cut them off.
Yeah, I think there are more enemies because I see those red triangular things. So I will have to fight more. There's a ladder. Oh, by the way, I missed that ladder and the entrance of the Groundbreaker, so I will need to check that a bit later. What's this? Oh, I should have aimed here. So easy actually to kill them if I notice these things and aim at them.
What was that? What was that?
Here they come!
Oh my god! What are you?
That's the last of them.
What are you? You scrap mechanical! Okay! I wasn't sure what this was. A human, a robot, a mechanical. MacPick.
It's so cozy.
Oh really? What was that back at Junlei?
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Perception, it sounds like you have a crush on her.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater?
That's so adorable. Sounds like you're not sure how you feel.
I just met her. How could I be? All I know is I want to talk with her more. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
That's how it all starts usually. You just want to talk to them, and they then steal a laboratory outfit, splash resistant. I don't want to that. Energy cell, this is useful. Energy cell, again, this is useful. Okay, I think we need to go upstairs. Oh, there is downstairs and there's upstairs. I'm scared. I think that I want to go first upstairs. I think that I will feel better upstairs first. I'm not sure that I want to waste my mech picks. So let's see where this ladder will bring me. Well, it brought me nowhere. Oh no. Hello?
Perfectly executed. Incoming. Well done. We are victorious.
That was awful. I'm sorry. So this is like an office area. Well, not particularly office, but there is a lot of papers, so it's kinda an office. Do we have terminals here to read more information and working conditions? I think. Okay, where does this leads? Okay. What about upstairs on this
I'm honored.
Everyone all right?
I think that everyone is alright. Yes, Parvati, everything's fine. Toastball card Aaron Dubois. Let's check my cards. So I have Toastball card Thomas B. Henry, Toastball card Aldo Vicente Eto. Oh, here it is, Toastball card Aaron Dubois. Can I? Nice. My collection is growing. Apples. Oh. Junior Mycologist's log. When I settled on Groundbreaker, I thought this would be my getaway to the stars, the beginning of my epic tale as a spacer. Now I grow shrooms for a bunch of outlaws. Not even for selling, they just eat the damn thing by the handful. Some of the crew have been tripping for weeks. Suppose it could be worse. Heard of the sublight contractor who got dissolved in chemicals and flushed down waste treatment for stealing from Lilia. Now MacRed, he's always happy to see me, calls me his fungus lad. Update, MacRed just set a man on fire for having his laces undone. Shit. Maybe I need to be more careful about what I'm growing. Out to find something that calms him down. Time to experiment. Will I find this junior mycologist? So these are the shrooms, and you are... Red worm! Nice! What's this? Nothing. Okay. What? Money? Okay. Now let's proceed downstairs. Which way was it? I think it was this way. And this is downstairs.
What? Watch out!
Private Letty Dixon, are you good, man?
I'm with Junlei.
Hi, Lady Dixon. What are you doing here?
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. MacRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by.
MacRed's dead.
It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam.
Sorry, no, I do not know. What brings you to the back base?
Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. MacRed got me all distracted sucking fumes and talking about the cosmos.
Youth these days have no principles.
I can't tell if you brought friends or if I'm still seeing things, so maybe I ought to lay off the fumes and head back to work.
I came to grab some of the radiator parts. Engineering could use your help installing them.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Okay, well, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. Flamethrower. I want this. I do want this. Look at this. 480 damage per second. Wow. Still petty? What's petty? What did I just steal? What's... Oh my god. Sometimes I feel sorry for all these people that I killed. Maybe I shouldn't, I don't know, but this is how it is. Okay, well, I don't know where the parts are that I'm supposed to find, so I'm kinda lost here. I think it wasn't here. Where is it? It's showing somewhere there. I guess I should again use this ladder and trying to find them here. I thought that they were on the lower level. I guess I was wrong. These! Oh, I really haven't paid much attention.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
There are some things that I don't understand about your religion.
Yes?
Besides the grand architect and the plan, what else do you believe?
Scientism, as its name implies, believes that nature abhors equality. The strong survive, and the weak perish for the betterment of the whole. And reason, not emotion, is the seat of all morality. Wisdom means accepting the vicissitudes of life with grace and dignity.
What are vicissitudes? That sounds like a cruel belief system.
I prefer to think of it as looking at reality for what it truly is, not how we'd like it to be.
I guess we're done here. Let's get back to the up side. I don't know.
Ha!
What? Don't scare me like that. Well, okay, I will go and return those parts to Junlei. Hello, Junlei. Good news. I have good news for you.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
I've got the parts for the radiators. What now?
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
I'll make my way down there.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Adorable. So, should I do it now or should I do it next time? I think I will do that next time. I will go and tell Jesse and Ellie that they are free. Talk to Ellie. So I don't need to talk to Jesse, I need to talk to Ellie. Where is Ellie? Oh, which girl will join me? I'm so curious.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too.
So?
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
I will gladly accept you. You are saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jesse.
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
Welcome aboard, Ellie.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Oh, so I can have only 2 people with me. Meet me on my ship. It's docked by the promenade.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
And I'm leveled up again. Okay, 1 melee, 2 ranged, 1 defense, 1 dialogue, 2 stealth, 2 tech, and 1 leadership. Okay, yes, and perks. Okay, what do I want? Okay, so tier 2 requires 5 previous perks from tier 1. So if I use one of those, the tier 2 will open to me. Okay. Oh, that's good. 25 less % of weapon and armor durability loss. And tier 2 is available for me now. Oh, Parvati and Vika leveled up as well. What can I choose for Parvati? Bonus support engineering. Increases your engineering skill when Parvati is in the party. I think I will use engineering. And Vika Max as well. I need to add health for him, so that will be my priority. Good. So we are done with Jesse and Ellie. And now I want to... Should I talk to Lilia Hagen or shouldn't I? I don't know, let's go and fix radiators. Maybe not in this part, but at least let's go down there. Where was it? I am lost. Okay, it's... Okay, so this is the elevator. Nice music. Oh, it's so hot here. I can see the heat.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the mantipillars, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I've got this thing about giant insects.
Watch out, Captain!
Wait! Where? I cannot see. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Cannot use violent combat, but okay, let's find that last thing that I need to kill. Come on. Where are you?
I would like to die first.
Done? No, not done.
Don't mess with us.
Died. Okay, now I can use this terminal. Okay. Propulsion plant master circuit, auxiliary monitoring station, archived logs and transmissions, arrival confirmation, to HHB Earth H quarter transmitted via probe, archived at source, It is my honor to report that Groundbreaker has successfully arrived at the Lagrange point, having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and suppliers at their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Note that stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out. My family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair shop, stop, and cargo bay. I'd be remiss if I closed this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. Chief Queen, a stern reminder. Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have their own idea about why I flew us out here. It wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and a spacious choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to nickel and dime passing ships out of their last beat. Groundbreaker has no role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities, period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they will answer to the Tennyson. We are a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson falls, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. That's all. That was kinda very heroic, and I didn't have heroic voice, so that was heroic, but it didn't sound heroic. I guess I need to go up this ladder. Anything interesting here? No. Oh yeah. A couple of money and Mr. Power. So I need to...
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Awesome.
Halt. Report.
Here they come!
That's gotta hurt! That's the last of them!
Parvati, how did you get up there? How are you going to get down here? Oh, you're already here. You're fast, my dear. So we have a couple of doors here to the... Okay. It's barred. It's a shame that these mantipillas don't have any useful on them. What? There is more? Decker marks, where are you going? Okay, great. I need to go down as well.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pump.
Terminal. I think that I will need to repair a lot of my inventory. Warning, lithium fluid pressure at 23%, solid state radiators at 102% capacity, PCM heat sinks at 98% capacity, ambient station temperature +8, machinery shaft temperature 29, cycle droplet pumps. I think I fixed them. And logs. Cobbled together. The stuff is getting restless. Workaround and half-cooked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. We can rely our spirits. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seen if our independence outlasts me. I'll take the bets. Old plans, new problems. Found some of Chief Gawain's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing because she spent half of her career patching it up. A lot of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docks. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I had to put sentiment down and print, but every time I open a panel to find some workaround in the guts of this old bird, it's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma. This is so sweet.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
It was a pleasure. Okay, let's get back to Junlei. And we are done for this part. Where is it actually? I'm lost. Oh, here is this ladder. No, too much walking. Junlei, where are you? Are you happy?
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right.
Thank you.
The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Well, this is it. This part ends here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. This is so nice. Bye bye, bye bye bye.